Welcome in to Varsity Vibe. I'm your host, Alyssa Orange. And as always, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm so excited to share with you the two interviews that we have on today's show. And the first one takes us to the hardwood. Look, there are 3 regular season games left in the 6A, including the games on Tuesday. And for the Rogers Mounties, they're really starting to find themselves getting into a groove. That win over Fayetteville on last Friday in overtime, their 4th win in a row. They've had some high highs, they've had some low lows this season, but they're continuing to figure out who they are and really playing their best basketball at the right time, which is exactly what you want to do. I had the opportunity to go over to the gym and sit down with Chris Hill and Gus Krout to talk about the team, their leadership roles on the court, and have a little bit of fun as well. We are joined by Chris Hill and Gus Krout, 2 seniors on this team, and it's been a fun season for you guys. And so we'll start right there. Chris, kind of talk about how the season is going with the non-conference and rolling into 6A West play.
Non-conference, I felt like we did pretty good. We did what we were supposed to do for non-conference. Conference, we didn't do how we were supposed to do. I didn't go as planned. But the second time around, I think we're gonna do better, way better.
Yeah, how you feeling about this team?
Yeah, so we lost a couple close conference games, so we definitely feel like we can win the second time around. Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
As seniors on this team, for the two of you, when you talk about turning it around and kind of getting things rolling, how do you feel maybe your role is in that and the responsibility you guys have as seniors to kind of help this team and move in the right direction?
Yeah, obviously, like seniors, we're supposed to be leading the team. We got a pretty young team this year. We got like a lot of we have like 3 sophomores that start. So being a leader is pretty important because a lot of these guys haven't played a lot of varsity minutes before.
Yeah, we just gotta make them hustle, make them play hard. That's all we really needed, just a little bit more, and we would have been there.
Well, I gotta say, when you're reading about Rogers basketball, you two are always popping out, and have the stats, and you guys are always in the newspaper or whatnot, and it's a team effort, I know. But how have you felt like your senior seasons have gone?
I felt like my senior season played pretty good. I haven't won as much as I wanted to, but still pretty good.
Yeah, obviously those couple close games against like Fayetteville and Bentonville, you always want to win those. But yeah, I think it's going pretty good.
You overall, Gus, let's focus on you for a little bit. Now, as a senior, and just the way that you want to finish out your career here at Rogers, how would you sum that up?
Yeah, obviously I've never been to a state tournament before, so I want to win a bunch of these conference games in this last little stretch here and then make it far into the state tournament.
Yeah. Chris, how do you feel about your senior year?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it to the state tournament like as well. I haven't been to the state tournament either. I'm just trying to make it there.
How big of a deal would it be for Rogers to make it there and try to make a run?
Pretty big. We haven't been there in a minute, so that'll be good for us.
Yeah. What I mean, you wear that Rogers logo on your chest. I mean, how important would it be and how cool would it be to finally be a team that got back there?
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I can't even remember the last time we've been there. It's been a minute, so that'd be really cool.
So what's it going to take? What is it going to take for this Rogers team to kind of get things going?
Just
as a
effort.
momentum?
We just need a little bit more. We got to put in a little bit more work. That's it.
Yeah, it's like all those close games. It just takes like a little bit more. We've lost like 4 conference games by like a combined like 13 points. Like we could easily have won a bunch of those games. So we just need a little bit more.
It's just the small things.
The little things, always those details, right? Let's go back to when it all started. Chris, do you remember when you picked up a basketball?
Probably second grade. No, yeah, second grade, first grade.
Tell me about it. What was it about the game that you love so much?
So I just like being able to score because I was looking like bigger than everyone else. I'd like first grade, second grade, so I just love scoring.
Yeah. Was there a point where you're like, you know what? Like, I could be really good at this game. I am really good at this game and I want to pursue it.
Yeah. There's definitely like third grade, fourth grade. I just thought I could play. I wanted to play in college, so yeah.
Using the ball out. Sounds good. What about you? Do you remember?
Not really. I think it was about like second grade too. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it about basketball that you love?
I don't know. Both my parents played basketball, and my older brother also played basketball here. So I just always been wanting to play.
Yeah. So it's kind of in the family.
Yeah.
Did you have much of a choice?
Yeah, a little bit. I also played baseball a little bit, but I quit that because I knew basketball was. Yeah.
Yeah. You talk about the future. You talk about college. What is your future going to look like? Do you know yet?
No, ma'am, I don't know yet. I might go prep though.
Okay. And how big would it be to kind of just continue to follow those goals that you have?
Pretty big.
Yeah.
It mean a lot to me.
Yeah. What's next for you guys?
I'm not sure. I'm hoping to play in college, but yeah, we'll just see what happens.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna have some fun, right? You guys got a lot of focus on the season. I know you guys are really dialed in, but I have some whiteboards under your seat, so go ahead and grab those, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun, get to know you guys a little bit more, okay?
We all know how whiteboards work, right? All right, so I'm going to ask you a question, and you guys are just going to answer and tell me why you answered that.
I just break this and I open it.
Yep.
On their bot.
I know you guys are so used to cell phones these days.
It doesn't know how to open a marker.
Who is the funniest guy on the team? Write it down.
All right, we show him.
So
Yeah.
I'll wait EJ or Luke.
Okay.
I went Luke.
Okay. Why Luke?
Luke.
Oh no, he's just. I don't even think he like tries to be funny. He's just so goofy. Like
And EJ came into your mind too?
Yeah, EJ, he's always making jokes. Just funny. Just a
Yeah.
funny kid.
Okay. All right. Your marker doesn't have an eraser on it, so
I got it right here.
oh, okay. There you go.
Burger.
You might be able to put it back into that top, but I was like, yeah. All right. Well, that's that question. Okay. Your next
No, we're
question. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
I'm good.
Yep. Okay. The next one is, who is the best shooter on the team?
Owen Krout.
Yeah. What about Owen? When
He
is
do
the best?
a good dude. Yeah, he's the best sniper. Yeah, he's just 17.
All right. Who's the best defender on the team?
Bro.
Things I know. It's
I went Devon.
I either got Graydon or Gus.
okay. Yeah, a little shout out. What about
He's pretty good at like guard. He guards usually their quickest guy. I like the quickest guard. Devon's pretty quick on his feet.
your answer?
I say Graydon because, he just comes in for defense. He plays a lot of good defense. Like, when one of us gets tired on defense, he's always playing perfect defense.
All right. Who's the guy you want coming off the bench first?
Let's say Lincoln because he's been shooting the ball really well.
He really stepped up.
Yeah. Are those one of those guys that you think you got to lean on? Maybe that 6-man mentality of him as you guys move down the road? Okay. All right. And last one about the team specifically. Who can do the best coach's impersonation?
I went Devon. Nah, definitely Lincoln. It was Lincoln. Lincoln's a good.
I mean, it's his dad, so I mean,
He's allowed to make fun. He's allowed to have some fun. Okay. All right. Some more personal ones. What's in the headphones when you're getting ready for a game? Okay. Country. Yeah. What? Okay. Pretty good. You got a go-to song right now?
Go-to song? No go-to song.
not
I really like all the songs though.
Just a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. What about a meal? Pre-game meal. What's your go-to?
Like Tropical Smooth.
Oh, yes. What go-to order there?
I get
What are we getting?
a peanut paradise.
Okay, those are good. Sunrise, sunset, fine.
yeah, I usually go Chick-fil-A.
Okay. You getting a sandwich? You getting a meal sandwich? Okay, spicy sandwich?
No, normal.
Okay. All right. No spice. Can't mess up the stomach. Again, I get it. Any superstitions? You guys have any superstitions?
Yeah, I low-key be wearing, like, what's it called? I low-key be wearing the underwear. The underwear for, like, a big game. Special underwear.
No, I was like, I do wearing the same socks like for each game. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're gonna get a little bit more fun. All right. Kobe, LeBron, or Michael? Who's the best?
LeBron.
MJ.
Yeah. We got a little house divided here.
Well, Gus no LeBron. I don't know why you talking about some MJ.
I don't know. I have to go with Michael too. I don't know. That's always the debate. I wanted to see what you guys thought. Yeah. Well, that was fun, guys. Thanks for playing with me. And good luck the rest of the season. It's great to sit down with you guys. And I know that you guys, you talked about close games. And I know that those close games are tough. Sometimes even lose, but they build character. And I'm sure you guys have learned through that adversity. So best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you for having us.
Now let's head over to the soccer pitch because as basketball is now starting to wind down and getting into the heat of their playoffs and state championship runs, our spring sports are really starting to get going here in the next couple of weeks, and that includes girls soccer. What a time right now if you're Bentonville West soccer, coming off a semifinals round loss to Bentonville a season ago, but so much talent coming back for Coach Castillo, and he's excited not only for just where the program continues to head, but this group specifically because of how much time they have spent working on themselves in the off season. Enjoy my conversation with Bentonville West Wolverines head coach Kerry Castillo. Soccer season,
Yes.
right around the corner.
It is.
I mean, when
13
you
days.
when you look about it and get ready for each season, what is that process like for you?
It starts for us the day after. We always plan from the state championship forward.
Okay.
And then, just looking at what that summer is going to look like for us as far as tryouts and things like that. And then once we have a grasp of the kids that are coming in, then we can push pause on that and start working backward from the state championship. And okay, well, what do we want to look like come state championship day, and begin to build all the processes, and off season, things like that. But the number one priority is always culture with us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, and
sure.
it obviously seems like there's a big build-up to the season. So much goes on, obviously, ahead of time before you guys actually kick a soccer ball
Yeah,
in
right.
a game.
And so much of that building process and build-up is the fall and all, with soccer, and especially in Northwest Arkansas, there's so many club teams. So a lot of our kids play club. And so the build-up for us is just managing the athlete side of that, the sports performance side of that, and how we can help them be better for their club teams, because we want to work together with those entities to help our kids get recruited, and so that's a big part of our build up.
Sure.
So
As a coach, though, for you personally, mentally, is there a way that you go into each season? Do you kind of have to just get yourself prepared for each team?
I'm
'Cause
so
each team
glad
is
you
so
asked
unique.
that.
How does that work for you?
I love that you asked that. It's such
Yeah.
a great question. Not very many people ever ask that. It's always the X's and O's part. But for me, honestly, from the day that our season ends, whatever day that may be, I start to ask myself really hard questions. Like, who was I this year for the kids that I had? And did I fulfill that? And did I play the role that I needed to play for them? Not that I wanted to, but what I needed to. And so from there, I can start to look at the gaps that I had, as the leader of our program, as the person that I was for them. And so that's how I spend my summer, is developing myself, so that I can fill those gaps, because I can't be the leader or coach they need if I'm not first the person that they need. So that's how I start my off season, is getting myself ready.
Have you always done that, or is it maybe something as a coach that you realized you needed?
That's how I've always operated. I had great mentor coaches, and for me, they were the person in my life at that time of whatever it may be, high school, college, that I needed in that season of my life. And so it got demonstrated to me all the way through my career as an athlete, the kind of coach I should be, and the kind of person that I needed was right in front of me. And so I saw that that's what I need to be first. Yeah.
That rolls over into culture, and you talked about how big that is to build into the off season.
1,000%. The culture is just it is the walking embodiment of who I am and who I think our team should be. That's all culture is. It's just the actions and actually living it out. Yeah. And it starts with me.
Yeah. How much does that adapt each year with the team and the personalities you have versus the amount of it that needs to stay steady to see that success?
There's always, I like to liken it to building a house, which if you look around where we are right now, if you go outside this building, there are building houses everywhere, right? Every house starts with the same kind of foundation.
Yeah.
And it has plumbing underneath and things like that. And the culture's the same way. It's all going to start with some of the most basic things. First, the leader and who I am as a person, and then the values that we're going to have, my integrity, and every place has those and your standards, right? But then you have to build the house differently every year, according to what the players need as people
Mhm.
first, and then that will bleed over. And that's been my philosophy as a coach, is to always coach the person first, and the player will follow.
Yeah.
So
What's the biggest thing you learned about last season?
about last season, to be more forgiving of myself, and to help teach them to be more forgiving of themselves as well. I think, you as coaches, we always try, or we should rather, be trying to put ourselves in an empathetic heart posture for our players,
Yeah.
and to meet them where they are. But so many times we don't tell them or teach them how to do that for themselves. They will be their biggest critic, regardless of whether we're standing on the sideline cheering them on or not.
Yeah.
And we do the same thing. We internalize. And I blame myself for, we didn't reach the finals last year. That's all my fault. I internalize that. I can either act on it and get better and make sure that we do fulfill that goal, or I can sit around and let it eat me alive. And so our players do the same things. Actually, it's worse for them. They'll internalize every little mistake, and it can eat away at their confidence and their self-efficacy. And so that's where I had to be better, is showing them how to get past that and how to reset that mindset. So
What are some of the things you guys did over the off season as a team to help continue to build that?
Yeah, again, great question. So every Tuesday we have a team meeting.
Okay.
And this year I built out our culture based on 7 different commitments.
Okay.
Just as an example, one of these is commitment to being your best. Okay. And we talk about what being your best might look like. And so we'll rotate those, not to go into all the logistics, but every Tuesday we'll have a team meeting. Each week is a different focus on a different commitment. We'll let them know on Monday. We have a meeting with our captains and leadership council on Mondays and tell them, hey, this is what you're going to be doing this week for your teammates. These are the opportunities you need to be looking for, and this is how to do it as an effective leader in this program, on this team, for these people on this team, and what they can expect of us. And so then we work together in the Tuesday meeting, the coaches and the leaders, to deliver that message and to deliver those skills and to demonstrate that for all the rest of the team. Because, it's such a diverse group with soccer and baseball and softball. You have 9th graders on the team.
Yeah.
And so, asking a 14 or 15-year-old to speak her opinion and feel valued with 18-year-old grown women on the team, that's very hard to do.
Sure.
And so you have to have players that are, and people on your team that are open to what everyone else has to say. And so first you have to teach those kinds of things. So that's how we start every week, and we'll deliver that cultural initiative that week and really work on the skills on Tuesday to make that come to life for the rest of the week. We weave it into every aspect of our practice. Even it's in the conditioning that we do, it's in the weight room, it's on the field, and we bring that conversation with us every place we go, so that they see that, even the classroom, so that they see that this is not just something we talk about once a week. This is actually how we're going to live every day. So,
Well, now we're a few weeks from the start of the season. You look at all that off-season work that you guys have done, from the weight room, from these meetings, from just building that culture. How do you feel about this team?
I couldn't be more excited.
Yeah?
Every day they're not. I wouldn't say that they're sick of practice, but they're just ready to play a game. You know what I mean? They might be sick of practice,
sure.
though.
It's okay to admit that.
But we're excited to see what they do on the field, because the connection that they all have with one another is so great. That many teams at this point in the year, you're getting down to just a week away from a game.
Sure.
Pressure, nerves. Some anxiety, for some players, because if it's their senior year especially, or if they might be in a running for some kind of big award, then that can add some extra anxiety that they bring with them. But the connections that they have, because of the environment we've created, it helps dispel all of those kinds of things. They go into practice and just find joy. That was actually our focus this week. Is, can you just find joy in each other and in the game, even though we're 13 days away and you have all these extra things and you can't do anything about that. So can we just still find joy?
I need you to send me these.
Send
me these narratives each week, so I can find my joy and I can be my best. I need some motivation,
all right.
like your girls are having.
So this week the biggest thing we tried to leave with them was just a simple mantra.
No
blame language, only next play language.
Okay.
And that means body language.
Sure.
The faces that we make when we make a mistake. And so we've been able to use that mantra every day. If someone makes a mistake, hey, next play, no blame.
Put it on a
And so,
t-shirt.
yeah, right. Yeah,
Put it
that's
on
a great
t-shirt.
idea. I
Next
might just
play,
do
no
that.
blame. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And you know, so much of what we're talking about is the mental, the compassion, the
Mhm,
camaraderie,
mhm.
all that stuff. But we all know soccer. You go out there and
Yeah.
you step on a field and you're fierce and
Yeah.
you're not graceful. You're
Right.
not forgiving.
Mhm, mhm.
You have an edge.
Yeah.
How do you get the best out of your girls in that world too?
Well, so I'm glad you asked that too, because that's part of we've talked about actually how we're going to communicate when those things start to happen, because
Yeah.
it's easy for all of those other things you've put into place, those structures, to start to fall apart. And so we've even addressed that
Mhm.
before we go forward, and we started it on day one with there are no yellow cards here.
Mm.
So that means we're
That's
going
tough.
after each other.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to play very physically in practice, because that's how we want to play in a match,
Mhm.
and they're going to communicate clear and kind.
Yeah.
And so, we, of course, they know not to foul flagrantly or on purpose or anything like that, but they also know that there's not going to be any thin skin
Yeah.
or any feeling sorry for ourselves or one another. We're going to go after each other,
Yeah.
because everyone else is going to come after us.
Right.
So we've got to be mentally and physically prepared for that.
Yeah.
And so when that happens, and here's, as that has happened, we've even installed some practices where we rewarded a positive response, not a
Okay.
reaction, a
Okay.
positive response
Okay.
to getting knocked down by someone else,
Mhm.
and awarded points and other things like that for a positive response
Mhm.
when that happens to you, so that we don't see it as, when we get into a real game and that happens, I can't let it affect me mentally. I've got to go on
Yeah.
to what's next,
Yeah.
and do it with a positive mindset and with positive body responses that we can control. And so we've coached it, we've
Yeah.
trained it,
Right.
and so they're ready for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to go out and execute
That's
it
right.
on the field. Break that down for
Yeah.
me. Who do you have coming
Yeah.
back and the leaders on this team?
Oh my gosh, we return 9 of 11 starters from last year, and the freshman class that we had come in this year and some movements that we had are just not just phenomenal people, but phenomenal players too.
Yeah.
I mean, we are going to be so highly skilled on the
Yeah.
ball, but also just uber athletic. Michaela Sullivan is coming back. She's a sophomore. She was our leading goal scorer last year as a freshman, and so she's coming back. Rihanna Andrade, she got injured in our benefit game last year, and so she missed much of the season. She was going to be one of our more prolific players last year, and she broke her collarbone, so she was out most of the year. But now she's back, and she is leaps and bounds in her skill level and leadership from where she was last year, and athleticism. I think she's running like 20 miles an hour, 21 miles per hour. She can move. And so we've got several girls like that. I mean, we don't have, if we look at our roster, our varsity roster, we don't have a real weak link. There are players that will come off the bench that will put in minutes that are going to not just be difference makers, but playmakers. Yeah, or not just to give someone a break.
Yeah.
Hadley Moore
Yeah.
is a junior captain, and she's going to be phenomenal. She's getting looked at by several schools for having a tournament here on March 6th and 7th, and several colleges are coming to watch her play. And so, yeah, we're just Hallie Ford, senior center back for us, she's already signed, and so she's going to be a big name player for us. She's playing basketball
Yeah.
for our basketball
I've
team, who's
talked to her a
doing
few
great.
times
Yeah, they're doing
with the
great.
basketball team.
And
Yeah,
she's
showing
showing
tall.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tall, strong, fast. I mean, but that sounds like the rest of our roster too. Big, tall, strong, fast.
That's
and
great.
Yeah, it is right.
Check,
it's a great.
check.
Yeah, you check all the boxes, and
Right.
then, and then you
Yeah.
add in the connection piece where they just want one another to succeed.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a special year. It really is.
It sounds like it is, and we're excited to follow. Let's talk a little bit about what we're going to kind of start and launch, having a podcast.
Yeah.
Why was it important for you to give your girls and this team a platform like that?
Yeah, the way we do things, I think, is just so very different than the way a lot of other teams, schools go about their business, with culture being, it's the number one thing for us. It's just priority one. And I just want to give voice to the amazing people that they are, really. I want everyone to see, especially the kids that will grow up in the West system that want to play soccer here. I don't want them to see what we do as just winning.
Yeah.
I want them to see what we do for them as people.
Yeah.
And so I want to give voice to that.
Yeah. When you look at that, what do you think, you know, you talk about bringing a voice, but what do you want people listening to get out of it?
I want them to see that when they come to play soccer at West, that they're going to leave here a better version of themselves and a stronger, more resilient version of themselves than they are when they walk in. And I want their parents to know that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have some fun. I'm excited.
Oh, for sure.
Excited to launch this
Yeah,
podcast and follow you guys throughout the season. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and we're gonna debut it that first week before the season starts and really get things going. So, Coach, excited for that. Thanks for the
Super
conversation,
excited.
and
Yeah,
I'm looking
thank
forward
you.
to the season.
Okay. Thanks,
Thank
Alyssa.
you.
Yeah.
And as I'm sure you guys can probably tell, we're super excited to start this Bentonville West soccer podcast. We're going to have a lot of fun, and it's going to be fun being able to cover them all season long. Thank you so much for joining us in these conversations that we had today. We enjoy sharing these conversations with you, and so we are so appreciative of you being here. Of course, here at Varsity Vibe, we're so much more than that. We've got highlights and interviews and access clips for you on our social media pages. That is Instagram, X, TikTok, and Facebook. Head on over, follow those if you don't already, to make sure that you see all of the action that's happening, especially as basketball season heats in to the postseason, as well as sign up for our newsletter at varsityvibearkansas.com. That comes to your inbox twice a week. And also subscribe to the podcast and our YouTube channel. Again, I'm Alyssa Orange. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to tune in next time where we have some more great conversations to share with you. I'll see you then.